I guess it's just gonna be a chill Powerwash Simulator stream tonight. I was gonna do this one. Yeah. I was gonna do Baldur's Gate, but I've been talking to people all day. And I'm very tired. What's up, Spoots? How's it hanging? So yes, I'm all peopled out and I don't have much energy to stream, but I promised myself I'd stream twice a week until I reached affiliate. So, you know, sticking to my word. Nice. You know, we thriving. So we're just gonna power wash for a bit. And then that will be today's stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. No, let's just start here. I've started I started working on a large ass PowerPoint for the Skullgirls lore stream. But it's taking forever because a lot of stuff happens and I want to cover all of it. So it's gonna take a while. I've reached near enough present time in the timeline, but that's when literally everything happens. Just about. So I'm still got a ways to go. If I've got it done by tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow's stream. Otherwise, I'll just stream Baldur's Gate or something. With that, on God, so do I. I'm really thriving. There's no way real power washing is this, like, satisfying, right? Like, way more people would be doing it if this was actually... Because, like, people love playing cleaning games, but also, I've heard that cleaning jobs are absolutely shit. I think it's interesting. I think it's because they take out, like... The cleaning jobs are manual labor, but they take out, like, the physical labor part. And you're just left with the satisfaction of doing a job. Is this last power wash time in the stream? Yeah, probably. I think I've got good enough memory for that. Let me repeat myself, goddammit. So I can get away with it, like, 2 people saw that stream, and you're one of them. I'm pretty sure Mother Satan was the other one. So if you hadn't pointed it out, nobody else would know. How could you? Gonna call me a fraud. Gonna expose me to the world. I'm horribly offended. I started watching Generation V today, which is the spin-off show for the boys, which I didn't know existed until one of my friends, Chaotic K, messaged me, presumably after just seeing it and demanding to know what I thought about it. So I started watching that. It's very good. I don't know if she's watching right now. Let me tell her on you. What? Tell her on you. Okay. Yeah, I started watching it after they got on my ass about it. It's pretty good so far. It reminds me of, what's it called? Reminds me of the New Mutants, because it's about a bunch of traumatized children and superhero skill. But there's some fucky shit happening. Ooh. Which I believe was the plot of that movie. I haven't seen it since it came out. I saw that in theaters. I remember it being good. I remember the creepy smell, dude. I remember that much. And, like, the main girl was, like... Spoilers for that movie, by the way. But, the main girl had, like, some sort of, like, fear power she can control or something like that. And then there was the lesbian girl, I think. It's been ages since I saw that movie. Yeah, I haven't missed much. Talking about a show. And we're also power washing this house. If you spoil it. Shush, you've never heard of it. Actually, did you come with us to see it? Actually, no, I think it was just me and one of our friends. Either way, if you haven't seen it already, I doubt you're ever gonna go watch it. The New Mutants. Boom, look at that. Beautiful. Look it up, hold on. Yeah, The New Mutants was a 2022 movie. About a bunch of traumatized children. Which, you know, describes a lot of stuff, honestly. This post is not clean. Will we ever cope? Beautiful. Let me see a bit of it. Dad, what did I see? Well, if you ever get the chance, I'd recommend. I find the game's quite loud. It's hard to hear you over it. I think I'm just very quiet today, but I'll turn the game down. The weird, Streamlabs got updated, and I don't like it. Bro, it's different. Oh, you kidding me? Is it? It's not dirty back there. What am I missing? Is this the whole gutter? Okay, I think it's the whole gutter. Is that better? I need to get up on the roof for the rest of it. See what I can do from down here. So how you guys been? Not done anything exciting? You ever seen that clip of a girl playing, I guess, one of the Luigi's Mansion games? She realizes she can suck up all the sand in an area, and spends like 20 minutes of stream silently sucking up all the sand. I saw that clip once, and I just think about it. Clover might have brought it up. I don't know if he talks about VTubers all that much anymore. Art stuff mainly. I can respect that. I've been seeing a lot of the art stuff. I don't really get VTuber clips. Fair enough. I don't get that much either, honestly. Honestly, for even being a VTuber, I don't actually watch any other VTubers really. I don't have the patience or the attention span to watch a whole like multi-hour stream. I like doing the streaming. I wouldn't have got this far if I didn't like streaming, but yeah, I don't really watch any streamers myself. So I don't know if that's weird or not. Like I feel like quite often creators really like whatever medium they're creating for already, and that's why they start doing it. It's like a film director who doesn't like watching movies. I mean, realistically, it doesn't actually matter. But, you know, just one of the many things I think about. Has there been anything happening on the news recently? I think. Hmm. This is the thing with chill streams. As much as I do like them, and they are nice, I gotta think of shit to say the whole time, because the game doesn't provide much stimulation. I would say it's weird. People don't necessarily need to enjoy VTubers to be one, I don't think. It's just one of the many ways to stay famous on the internet. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I guess, because, I don't know, my brain doesn't function all that well today. Yeah, it's nice not having to put your face out there. With VTubing, it actually exploded recently. Well, it has exploded over the last 3 years, but apparently it's dying down according to Twitter. I'm not sure how. You know, I'm not sure how reliable Twitter is, all things considered. But supposedly, according to what my Twitter timeline, a lot of people are graduating as of recently, because uh, you know, they just don't want to do it anymore, which I can respect. It can be very tiring. Streaming in general is tiring, to be fair, but you're quite limited with VTubing as to what you can actually, you know, do and stream. Because you can kind of do IRL content, but it's way harder than it would be otherwise. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I should branch out with what I actually do for streams, rather than just play games. But I'm not sure what else I'd do. I did writing streams for a while, and I really should get back into that at some point. Because I told myself that I'd get more, you know, I'd get more done if I didn't limit myself to only writing on stream. I said it's not coming on also. But I haven't touched it in ages. So I really want to get back on that so we can finish this anytime this decade. You know, I still really want Under the Eclipse is my baby now, and I really want to see it finished eventually. So I need to get back on that at some point. I've just had a lot of stuff to do in my life. Mainly surviving. You know, I've been job hunting and such, which is the worst, and don't get me started on that shit. Especially for people like me. I'll like get my okay, off my ass and character sprites, man. Yeah. We've all been on our ass of it recently. So it's just because we don't really have a deadline. You know, I like to think I've proved to myself a few times over the years that if I do put my mind to a big project, I can eventually get it finished. I'd like to have like a big project I actually finish. Because we all have that artist problem of you start something and then you never finish it. I've done that a million fucking times. I changed nozzle again. Oh, here we go. I'll get the... There we go, better. Yeah, I would like to have, like, just be able to say, even if it's not perfect, that I did finish a big project like that. I hate to say it, my interest is under the eclipse is tapered a bit. have a heart to work on it when I have a million other things in my brain. My brain enjoys. Yeah, I respect that. It happens a lot, but I just really want to. I would really like to get it finished. Because tons of people start projects, but I want to be able to say that I actually finished one. Because that's what streaming felt like at the time. It was like, yeah, I'll try this out. It'd be fun, I guess. We'll see how long I last. I surprised myself, and I'd like to do that again. So I need to get my ass back on writing at some point. I still got a single route left in Gatawa Shoujo. Maybe I'll playing that game for any length of time always gets me like I should write. I should just writing. So maybe I'll see if I can get my inspiration flowing again. Because once the whole script's done, all that's left is presentation and actually getting it programmed, my script programmed into game. So what I find funny is we've had like 3 or 4 different people agree to be background artists, and then we heard from none of them ever again. Like Clover brought on one of his friends at one point, and we never heard from her again. I think there's a couple other people. I was like, yeah, I can do background art. Yeah, one of our IRL friends said she'd do it. And I think there was a couple, one or 2 other people that we know were like, yeah, we'll do it, and then they didn't. I know I made Porsche sprites for the demo we had, just to see how it looked. Yeah, I think we've got like a couple character sprites, I think. And Clover's got the work in progress ones, which I'm determined that he leave in as a special mode. Because I think they're very funny. But that's stuff we can worry about when the game is done. Or at least getting there. Only sprites I made with them. Let me cut them from the game. Yeah. I felt kind of bad about that, but I didn't really know what to do with his character. I don't really do great with. I don't know how to describe it. There's some characters I vibe with and can immediately tell you how they'd react in any situation. And I don't need to think about it all that much. Character dialogue just kind of pours out of me naturally. I was having trouble with them and a couple of other characters doing that. Which is why I wanted to cut them. That and the scope of the game was just huge. It's already pretty big now, but I feel like I can handle it a bit better. I want to go big or go home, I guess. I do love the characters that we have. I prefer to cut the characters I just can get a grasp on. Oh, I forgot this was here. I'll leave this here, I guess. I'll do the ground floor and then I'll erase that. I'm sure people who have actually like played this game a lot are like silently screaming inside that I'm not doing any of this optimally or whatever, but skill issue on their part, honestly. I'm thriving. It's not about efficiency. It's about chilling out. Vaping, man. Someone, like... Are there I feel like there's definitely die-hard Scooby-Doo fans, but I don't really hear about them. You know? Scooby-Doo isn't really a franchise I think about all that much. There's probably die-hard fans of most things. Anything that's even marginally popular, there'll be die-hard fans of, I guess. I mean, Doctor Who has like tons of really dedicated fans, and hot take, I don't think it's very good. I liked it when I was younger, but I don't watch any of it now. You see. Of course. Well, yeah. I'm just saying. What is not... What's dirty here, then? What? Okay. Gonna have to get out the big guns. Beautiful. I think this side of the house, looks like the bottom floor, is basically done. Yeah, okay. We'll start on this side. We'll start over here. We have this ladder. Probably should watch other VTubers at some point. I don't know what the big wigs are doing. So I don't know what other streamers talk about. It'd probably be useful to know, you know? I'm just gonna talk about whatever comes to mind. Being pretty decent at just having a very long, loud train of thought is why you suggested I should be a VTuber in the first place. But also, that dumb meme video I made after playing National Park Girls is still my most viewed video on YouTube. And, you know, this is my legacy now. Clover suggested it as well, did he not? I guess he did, yeah. I mean, he was the one that was talking about it at the time. It's been a very funny, that one conversation is why I'm sitting here right now. My dumb screen recording of my For You page is the most liked TikTok on about it. RIP. Yeah, I know the feel now. thankfully, at the very least, my AMVs get more views than my stream archives. So, you know, I put a lot of I spend hours on this. I just think AMVs are really cool. I was like, hey, I could do that. And so I do, but only occasionally because they take a lot of effort. And my brain, with all its brain worms and whatever else is wrong with it, doesn't like paying attention to stuff like that for very long. I started a Super Crooks one and I haven't went back to it in a while. Also, sometimes I'll have a AMV almost completely done, and then I just won't. Like, I'll just leave it, and I won't touch it for like a month. I did that on my hand jumper one that I released a little while ago. I had most of it done, and then I just didn't go back to it for like a month and a half. And then I went back and finished it. And my Ruby one, I finished it. Like, it was done, and then I just didn't do my final checks over and render it for like a week. I just left it there. See, there are a lot of short linear streams, and like, wonder if yours is a long time to commit to a streamer you may not enjoy. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't watch stream archives. But, you know, I don't have. I know a lot of streamers. What they do is they edit down streams for their channel, or they get like they edit some good moments in the shorts. Sometimes that's fair enough, but I think the general rule is that people don't have the attention span they used to these days, and a lot of streamers these days like edit down their content into like either shorts or like 10 to 20 minute videos. But I have neither the patience to do all that, the energy to do it all, and also I'm just not very funny. So there aren't too many incredible moments and streams to make into that. TikTok's ruined it. It really fucking has, hasn't it? Like, if I could go back in time and change one thing, I think I would. If I could go back and stop TikTok from launching. Because genuinely, like, that's rotting all of our brains. I know a joke about brain rot and brain worms and stuff, but genuinely it has ruined our attention span. I respect anyone who doesn't use it. But at the same time, it's got such a huge cultural grip. Like, so much music and news and everything is on TikTok now. So it's really hard to not use it. But it has genuinely ruined us. And now I barely have the energy to do anything. Even stuff I enjoy. / am passionate about. But this is done. Ironically enough, I find that streaming stuff helps with this. Because what's it called? You know that prison where that like proposed prison design that was rejected for being inhumane because you know, it always felt there was like a tower in the middle where guards would sit, and then there would be like the prison was built around it, and it was like you could always like, pardon me a second. Because the guards could theoretically be watching any prisoner at any time, but obviously weren't always watching them at any time. but the fact that they could is what would keep all the prisoners in order. Maybe not inhumane, but that's what I feel in my streams sometimes, that anyone could be watching me, so, you know, I don't want to just quit halfway through, or like, well, I'm bored now, okay, bye, you know? Feels like I've got someone looking over my shoulder, which is what you need sometimes to get shit done. That's why I started streaming my writing in the first place. Because if I commit to a stream of it, it's gonna be a lot harder, at least in my mind, to get out of it, than just being like, okay, I'm gonna do it at this time and this time, this date, and then when I get the time comes, just like, yeah, I don't feel like it, and I just don't do it. Helps me get stuff done. That's also why I started streaming visual novels in the first place after I fell in love with them with Highway Blossoms. Psychological torture. I wouldn't call it torture. At least I wouldn't call streaming torture. I wouldn't be doing it. But, you know, I like feeling like someone's watching me. So, while I'm streaming. Here we go. You know, so I can actually get stuff done. Because once I fell in love with visual novels for Highway Blossoms, I love them. I really do. So much so that I've chosen it as my specialization. I've chosen to build a specialist website about it for college. Because I very much fucking love them. But I also have very bad attention span and very much struggle to play them for very long. Because it's just reading a book. Maybe I should stream to get my housework done. Maybe you could. I mean, to be fair, when was the last time you saw a housework stream? I think it could have the same appeal as like Powerwash Sim stream, where you're just like watching someone complete a mundane task, and it's kind of satisfying to watch it happen. I feel like you could make something out of that, genuinely. Yeah, back to that topic I was on earlier, which got distracted because, you know, the whatever's wrong with my brain likes to hop between topics constantly. But yeah, apparently a lot of VTubers are like graduating and stuff. Even quite a lot of even some corporates, from what I've heard. I don't really have an ear to the ground in the community anymore. Not really ever. It took me like a couple of weeks to find out that Hololive EN, the Hololive had a new EN branch. But yeah, apparently the big problem right now is that tons of people are graduating. Or going to IRL streaming or whatever. And a lot of people are attributing it to the fact that VTubing had like a big boom during the pandemic because everyone was sitting on their ass and inside all day and didn't really have anything else to do. So it's like, oh yeah, fuck it, I can sit and watch a VTuber. Or, fuck it, I can sit and be a VTuber. And then, you know, school and school and work and stuff started opening up again. And suddenly we don't all have all of the time to sit around their asses all day. As most of us don't. I don't have a lot to do most of the day. Because, you know, I can't be searching for a job for God knows how long now. I still haven't found much. It's very not fun. You know, a lot of people don't really have that much time anymore. And a lot of them burnt themselves out. VTubing started, I believe, as idol culture. Like as an initial boom, and it's inherited a lot of that. And part of that is the expectations of working ridiculously hard constantly. And a lot of streamers feel they need to stream like every day, every other day, hours at a time. You know, be able to commit 4 or 5 days a week just to streaming. And you know, I respect the grind set on at a certain degree, and remind me never to use the word grind set unironically ever again. Yeah, I respect the grind though, but like at the same time, it's very not sustainable. The only reason I've, you know, kept up this long is because I've set myself, paced myself of one stream a week and now 2 streams a week. Because I don't have all the time in the world. You know, even I've got stuff to be doing, responsibilities taken care of and stuff. I feel like I should do an unarchived karaoke stream someday. You're technically not supposed to be doing them on Twitch, but who cares? Plenty of YouTubers do it anyway, so I should be fine as long as I turn off the VOD. I don't know, I need to look into that. I feel like I should do it at some point. It'd be fun. I like singing. Though my point of anxiety is I never had any formal training. I was offered singing lessons as a child, and I said no. I couldn't 100% tell you why. I think I was in a little, not like the other girls phase. I was like, oh, they'll only do popular songs, and like the charts and stuff. I am too cool for the charts. So I'm not gonna do it. Or whatever my reasoning was when I was younger. I never got any formal training in singing. I don't like to think I'm that bad at it. But, you know, definitely could be better. But it's for funsies. It's probably also partially to do with whatever's wrong with my brain. Because I just like making noise, especially when I'm doing something. Either when my mind is elsewhere or I'm doing something very boring. Or just kind of want to space out. I learned from singing lessons with songs from musicals. That's base as fuck, honestly. Well, I never got any, so, you know, I'll take your word for it. I was too busy being a little rebel or something. Which is very funny as well, because I did musical theater for a while. And, they started throwing around all these music terms. I had no idea what they were talking about. Like, soprano or the other ones. I think they're like vocal registers or something, but I'm gonna be honest, they used it all the time, and I still couldn't tell you 100% what it means. I think it means like how high or low your voice goes, question mark? I don't know, I was... Soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Yeah, those ones. Started throwing that shit around musical theater, and I never asked what it meant. So I guess I could look it up, but I don't want to. Yeah, they all seem to know what it meant, so I assume I assumed it was something a lot of them learned. And I've got to take music in school. I want to take music in school. My dad said, no, you have to take the sciences. No one's gonna hire you if you if you only take creative subjects like art and music. You gotta take science, so you won't get a job. Joke's on you, Dad. I still can't get a job, and I've got my I got my fucking science qualifications. There's also mezzo, soprano, and baronite, baritone. It acts as midtones between the male and female tone registers. Slay. Yeah, I don't think I could, I don't think I could go back to singing professionally. Not professionally, you know, professionally in huge air quotes. formally, I guess the word would be. I don't think I could go back to doing that anyway. I pronounce those words so bad. Oh, fuck, I'm horrible pronouncing words the best of times. Leave me be. But I don't think I could go back to doing like formal singing stuff. Mainly because I'm pretty sure it would make my voice dysphoria very bad. Because I'm pretty sure they separate people based on vocal range. I'm sure, and at least the theater thing I was at, they separated. It was the two of the vocal registers, and then it was the men. So I'm sure I know where I'd be gripped if I ever did it again. I've always wondered, like, I left theater long before I came out. Yeah, they do. Soprano and alto are female. Yeah, they were just we were just grouped as the guys, and then there was the two other ones with the actual names. But yeah, I came out long after I left musical theater, but I don't know how trans people are treated there. Like, do we go for the like? I'm a trans woman, so would I go for the female roles? Like, I can't hit any of the notes I'd need to for any of their songs. I'm not sure what the protocol is there, honestly. And I'll probably, realistically, I'll probably never go back to musical theater. It was kind of fun, but the shows were always very stressful. The shows were always roller coasters, so they're really stressful when you're doing it, and then you get post-show depression for like a week after. You're like, shit, I never get to do any of that again. Because you fall in love with a lot of the songs from whatever musical you're doing. Because of the performance your other cast members do. You never get to hear those again. You can look up the official cast versions, but they're never the same. I remember falling in love with I think it's the song It Takes Two from Into the Woods. Because of the performance the two actors in my little theater group gave for that song in particular. And it was they just sounded so good, and I can never hear them perform it again. You know, it's very depressing. But it was very stressful, and I don't think I could ever do it again, honestly. So I don't reckon I'd ever have to worry about it. Rip indeed. It's like it's kind of like, I think you said it once, but it's like you described it once as like post-concert depression. It's like that, but you were the one doing the concert. It was pretty bad, and it was very stressful being up there. But yeah, I left that eventually, and I've never been back. Because I was kind of an unceremonious leaving. But yeah, I don't believe I shall ever be back, but it was fun while it lasted, at least. I did quite a few shows. I wanted to do stuff like that when I was VLAT, but no one wanted to take me. I had too much anxiety with going myself. Fair enough. Okay, now we get up on the roof. Where to start? Can we start this baby roof section here? Put your name into the roof. Indeed I should. You are a genius. On the road. I see it that well here. I should find a dirtier spot. Here we go. This'll do. Beautiful. Mwah. Not a very long name. I forgot I had this. Perfect. Yeah, I could do my full name, but it's very long, and I don't think we have got enough riff for that. Also, you know, I found it, by the way. It's been really tiny. I suppose, but I don't I can be asked for that. Also, so you watched the guy who did like musicals with me, right? You were there. You see what I sent on the server earlier? Yeah, that's hype as fuck. I'm gonna be real. Working Boys, a new musical. Sure, they found success in the business world. They yearn for the simpler days. They don't know what. Working boys, I'm up to my ass and shit. What's business? Learn to crash. I'm at the edge of my wits. I just can't take it when all I want to do spend that day with Greg. 5 o'clock soon enough. 5 o'clock soon enough. 5 o'clock soon enough. I can't wait to get home to my boys. Now that I think about it, for as much as I really liked musicals, you're typing stuff, you seeing it just big. Yeah, that's just Twitch. But for as much as I like musicals, I haven't actually seen that many, or even listened to that many. Like I remember being really into Heathers for a while. I can't really think of any. I've seen a couple of productions. I saw Sister Act once, like a proper theater. That was cool. I once saw a show that was based off of Meatloaf's discography, and that's the word discography, called Bad Out of Hell. Like they gave a little plot and they tied a bunch of his songs together into a plot. I don't remember what it was about at this point. I think it was like the post-apocalypse or something, and he was the main character was like a baker dude. I remember it being cool. Also, the guy playing the villain. I think the song's called "The Land of the Pig." That he had it as a villain song, and he absolutely he slayed so hard. It was so good, and I got really disappointed because I started play. I went back and listened to the official cast recording of like the actual song, the cast recording. I went back and listened to the actual song. It's just nowhere near as good. Like he ate so hard. And the actual song itself is just nowhere near. I saw that. I saw One Flew Over once. That was good. What else? I don't think of any other musicals. The most egregious one, I've never listened to Hamilton, and everyone, I don't get the obsession with Hamilton. I'm gonna be honest. Like everyone's like really into it. Who's into theater. And like then it came out in Disney Plus, but I hate Disney Plus on principle because I don't like Disney all that much. I know Diana Terrace said that the Owl House was not cancelled because of the Disney doesn't like the gays, but I just don't believe it. Also, Disney in general just doesn't like the gays. So I don't like them either. Plus, it just doesn't really interest me. Also, I don't. This has probably been pointed out before, but I think it's really weird that they decided to make a musical about a bunch of old slave owners, and then they were like, "What genre should we make this? How about rap?" That just feels like a weird choice to me. Yeah, I was never in the Hamilton fandom, thank God. The most I've heard from the Hamilton fandom was that the story of that one like Hamilton fanfic writer who was secretly this like white college girl from America pretending to be like what was it? Miku Binder. I was gonna bring up the Miku Binder, right? Chill, we're getting there. Was fuck, what was it? Let me see if I can find it. HIV figure. Yeah, HIV living. That's what it was. Tumblr. Yeah, it was HIV living. Just thank you to this. Yeah, it was them. They were pretending to be like HIV positive, and they were claiming like they got like I think human trafficked or something. It was like their story. Trying to be a survivor of trafficking or something. Yeah, they were lesbian, transgender. I think some ethnic and religious minority. I don't remember exactly which one. And they also claimed to be a survivor of trafficking, who was in a lesbian relationship in a foreign country, and also had HIV and made a whole like HIV like blog on Tumblr, and it was eventually revealed that they were faking the whole time. None of it was real. Using the Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I have no idea what that is. And then there's also the famous Hatsune Miku binder, Thomas Jefferson. And it speaks for itself, honestly. Hold on, I need to look this up now. So, Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. What is this? Oh, Slay. Yo, what is this? 1995 musical road trip. 1990. Fuck off. Wikipedia, a 1995 Australian road comedy film written and directed by two drag queens as they journey across the Australian outback from Sydney to Alice Springs on a tour bus they've named Priscilla, along the way encountering various groups of individuals. That sounds hype as fuck. It's an older film, but I liked it. I'm gonna drag my friends into watching this with me at some point. It'll be great. Yeah, those are the only like things I've heard from the Hamilton fandom ever, and it's probably best it stays that way. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever have streamed long enough that if you watched all of my stuff, if you watched every stream I'd ever made, you'd be able to piece together my whole life story from start to end. Because that happens with a lot of. First, you get to enough a lot of like YouTubers and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure Markiplier's entire life story, he has spoken about all of it at some point. Speaking of Markiplier, you guys remember Rune Silence? I never watched much of it, honestly. Are we even supposed to be talking about it? I don't remember what the rules were. Or, like, I know they deleted all of it. Are we supposed to talk about it? Like, we supposed to pretend it didn't happen? I sat and pieced together every time he had been to the hospital for YouTube. Yeah, see? If you just exist online long enough, eventually your entire life story will be out there. Maybe I should do one of those old Draw My Life videos. It wouldn't be very interesting. I don't consider myself to have lived a very extraordinary life. Boom. 2 gutters, 2 posts, and the bungalow roof. It was joked about not talking about it, but I believe you are allowed to. Alright, cool. I'm pretty sure you were, but I wasn't. I wanted to consult the expert here. But yeah, I was never really like into it all that much. You also it's your clips, I think, not the videos. Right. I'm sure you could find all of it somewhere. Like, as much as I'm sure a lot of the fans want to respect your wishes, nothing, not you, unless when you're that popular, you can't do anything on the internet without someone finding out. Like, everything you ever do when you're that famous will be saved somewhere and re-uploaded. So I'm sure if you looked hard enough. The hard drive that Clover gave me with all the videos on it. I know that much. But that was like that's like for personal use. It just sits in my room. I haven't used it. Fair enough. Maybe I'll steal it off you one day to see what all the fuss was about. I only ever watched like a couple of their videos. Cause I think it was I'm pretty sure it was Kay had put like their announcement video in our group, in, like our friend group chat, and I just didn't watch it, so I had no idea what was happening. But maybe one day I'll steal it off of you. But I guess that kind of defeats the point of what they were going for. Ooh, nothing lasts forever. But yeah, we've got a hard drive with every single one of them on them. But yeah, I'm sure if you went looking online long enough, you'd find it. It's like with the original anime campaign videos that Jello Apocalypse made when he was really young. Like the original campaign F Federate is based on. He's asked his fans not to, not to watch it because he feels it's just an inferior version of what the story is writing. It's got spoilers and also a lot of the jokes, some of the jokes haven't aged well. A screenshot of Bob naming off all their videos. Slay. Yeah, Joel asked like all his friends, like all his fans and stuff, not to watch that, but you can still find them. I managed to track down most of those streams. I never actually watched any of them because he's right, they're long and quite boring. Plus he actually edited and re-uploaded some of his. He actually edited and re-uploaded some of them. Not enough to spoil too much, but enough. And I thought it was really cool. So that's the most I've ever watched. It's really interesting to see like that I've seen the source material, like what was cut, what wasn't, because the story's almost completely different. Like the Red Wound Run arc, I don't think. What's his face? Come in a second. Fuck, what's his name? Ramsey. His name is Ramsey. I don't think Ramsey was even there. I don't think he was even there in the original streams. It was Percy and two other police officers. Neither of which, I think one of them gets a voice cameo. One of them, Percy radios one of the police officers, and he was one of the free of the original party in that arc during the actual game. And I'm pretty sure the other one was the sheriff, who was also there, like on screen for a bit. But it's just wild to think all the changes that have been made. But you can't really get rid of something when it's online, at least when you're popular enough. I think any of your campaigns would be like a mini YouTube show worthy. Honestly, I thought about it a lot, and I'd probably, if I had like the talent and the energy, I probably would. The problem is, the longer ago a campaign was, the fuzzier the details get. And, I run a campaign after campaign, so I couldn't tell you the exact plot details of older campaigns, even the ones I was really proud of. The Call of Cthulhu one's fresh in my mind because we just finished that one. But like some of the older stuff, I think most of the ones I'm proud of could be decent YouTube YouTube mini show worthy. Especially the last anime campaign one I ran. What other ones was I really proud of? The My Hero campaign, just like part 1 and part 2. I was really proud of both of those. I feel like the Owl House campaign, for all its flaws, was quite. The plot itself was pretty good. I feel like a lot of them. I feel like I could make one of them one from a lot of them. But I have neither the talent nor the energy. Hold on, let me reword. What one would you want to see? Want to be seen as a show, theoretically? Well, if I had to pick one, one would you want to be seen as a show? I think. I haven't ever part of a lot of them. Honestly, either the My Hero campaign or the or last anime campaign. Because I think a lot of them, I think both of them were really good. I'm like really proud of both of those. For Star Lesbians, that one was good as well, but it's been so long. A lot of the plot details are fuzzy. It's just I don't remember too many of the plot details of that by now. But hey, if I ever suddenly get if I ever suddenly get decent art and can find the energy, maybe one day I will make a little mini series, a little mini YouTube series out of one of our campaigns. I probably need to start recording our sessions, because I'm terrible at remembering stuff. Because you know I start campaigns, I start campaigns. Like I'll finish one and I'll immediately start brainstorming the next one, or I'll already have that brainstormed. And I'll end one and immediately start the next one, so they all kind of. My memory's hazy. I've been running for 3 years now. You should have a defo watch. I mean, again, maybe if I ever have the talent or gain the talents, then I shall. I mean, I've said this about many things. But you can ask me for any art stuff you want. I don't mind. Yeah, but that's like it's a huge thing though. Like it would be tons of work, and I don't want to just demand art from you, especially something on that fucking scale. Even if we're just doing like an episode a session, that's still a lot of work. Oh gosh, well, I mean, I have offered to pay them for stuff in the past. Oh, let me screenshot this. Beautiful. All right, now we can get rid of it. I have offered do stuff like to pay them for stuff in the past, but they refuse. Yeah, that's a huge ask. I don't think I could ever ask that of you. Maybe like beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, they wouldn't mind. Again, it's a huge thing, but I don't know. We can discuss, I suppose. Even if I just like wrote like a mini like a short story about it or something. Only charge you if I open commissions, or probably never do. You should open commissions. You'd make money. The only person who doesn't think your art is good as you. But I think it would be fun to adapt one of my campaigns one day. I've considered doing live plays, but you know, we get very confused with names very quickly, and I don't trust any of my friends. Not that I don't love you guys, but I do not trust a lot of you. Mainly for you. That's why he's banned from my campaigns. I can promise you I would not make money. Only popular artists make money. I have like 27 followers on Twitter. Still, I'm sure you got something out of it. Boom, finally the fancy power washer. I think the small here. Marge over. I might do. I've considered doing a live play with some of my viewers for a while. Some of my like Twitter mutuals. Yeah, this is a small job. I can do this. You know, I'll consider it. I'm like super proud of a lot of my campaigns, and I'd love to be able to share it with more people. So I've run a lot of campaigns, a ton of different systems. I might try and run TSL again someday. I do love the system, and it's the only system I own physically. But it also only really works for a very RP heavy game, which I don't tend to run a lot. The first one worked so well because it was a mystery, but I can't really think of any other genres I could do that would still fit with a system. Because combat isn't, long extended combat isn't really a thing. I'm not sure why I'm bothering with this extension thing. But maybe I'll return to it one day. I tried returning it to it once. The campaign lasted 2 sessions, and I got horribly burnt out. Which I feel kind of bad about sometimes because you know, a lot of my players have made like super cool characters, backstories, and like big reveals and stuff, and a lot of them never got to do anything with it. And I did like the setting I was putting together, but the game itself just wasn't very good. So I was horribly burnt out at that point. So once you've started like running tons of different systems, you start to wonder why you start to a million. Actually, I'm out of time here. Tiny great. Yeah, once you start running other systems, I haven't looked back. I haven't ran an actual D&D in forever. I'm just not a big fan of high fantasy. So I just, you know, once I found the other systems, I was like, the fuck doing D&D again? I want to do this. I want to do mech suits or uh, you know, Balchar or something. You know, fucking Mars only to wait for a minute and now you're watching a Mars rover. Yeah, I wanted to do another quick one before, I wanted to do another quick job before I finish stream. This is the only one I could find. So yeah, we're on Mars now. Well, this is non-canonical, don't worry. We watching the Mars rover now. What am I missing here? Doesn't clean sensors. I'm not sure which part of these are the sensors. Lots of stuff in this tire. It's a mystery hatch. See, it's late shame we stopped running D&D because we really enjoyed it and like characters in it, but we're not feeling that anymore. All the players in DM should be enjoying themselves. Yeah. I mean, I would say it's not. I don't have anything against D&D, but I low-key do. I just don't like how complicated, like how many random specific rules there are. Yeah, just generally, I just don't like high fantasy all that much. I never really cared for running it again. You know, that's good enough. I have no idea where the rest of it is. Beautiful. Right. That shall be us for the day. I should be streaming tomorrow. Whether it's a Skullgirl stream or not depends entirely on whether I finish that presentation in time. Don't hold your breath. But I shall be off. Bye.